What's up, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Bowling Green Dynasty Rebuild. Hey, yeah. And in today's episode, we have the number 10 team in the country in Northwestern on the schedule. We do have them at home. As you can see, they are 2-0. I really have no idea how good this team is, but we're going to find out today. We haven't really been playing that well on the offensive side of the ball, especially when it comes to passing, but hopefully today we'll get that figured out, and hopefully we'll have a steady run game today. And if you think we can figure this offense out, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, or you'll be notified the next time I drop a video just like this one, and also slide in the comment section and talk to your boy. But I'm about ready to hop into some action, and I know you guys ready to see some action, so let's get to it. Let's take a quick look at these stats. Northwestern seems to have a decent offense, number 1 in the country as far as passing the ball. That's great. Number 3 as far as total yards, and number 9 as far as total points. And they do run the ball. I'll say they run the ball good. I know it says 43rd there, but I feel like anytime you have over 200 yards rushing, you doing something. And on the defensive side, they don't give up a whole lot of points. Number 18 as far as that. Number 21 as far as total yards. They allow 209 passing yards per game, which is not terrible. And they only allow 123 rushing yards per game. So they have a good defense and a good offense according to these stats. And we really don't have either of those. Well, we do have a good defense. I take that back. Defense is good. Offense has been garbage so far this year. All of our numbers are 70 or lower or higher, however you want to say it. We stink. Number 71 as far as points, 103rd as far as yards, number 95 as far as passing, number 84 as far as running the ball. Not great. On the defensive side, we are top 15 in every last single category. Number 4 in points allowed, number 1 in yards allowed, number 15 in passing yards allowed, and number 1 in rushing yards allowed. We actually give up a negative 1.7 yards rushing. We do have plenty of recruits coming in for visits. These are just some of the top guys. We got Elijah Griffin, number 1 defensive tackle coming in. We got Ted Sickles, the number 1 receiver coming in. And we got Xavier Reeves, the number 1 strong safety coming in for a visit. Top players for your Falcons, we got Mr. Bailey, we got Desmond Gray, and we got Anthony trying to bring the hell. Top players for Northwestern, we got a center, a defensive tackle, and a halfback. And on paper, they are good on both sides of the ball.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with
but
you,
we are
you the EA
in the great
Sports
state
NCAA
of Ohio.
Pregame show
Bowling Green to be exact.
Nissan. Innovation that excites.
My
the Falcons
graphics are not intact, as you can see.
Number 1 team in the country.
Missing some letters.
Every position.
Anyway,
still early in the season.
That's college football Revamped for you.
Gotta get an
one day you got graphics,
maintain that top
one
spot.
day you don't.
We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out.
But I'm still able to play though.
Call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
Yeah. Okay. You already know that it's time. It's time for us to lock in.
Yeah.
We gotta get our offense on track, cause we not trying to trend.
Nope.
The opposite way.
What?
Because if we don't show up,
What?
they gonna make us pay.
Yeah.
Like the quarterback from Tennessee, Nico.
Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Don't pay my NIL. I'ma jump in the transfer portal.
Coin toss now. It's brought to you by Coke Zero.
What y'all think about that?
Full of taste and 0 calories. How he wants it.
Yeah.
We're just about ready to kick this game off, folks. He's to the 20.
And we got some good blocks.
Down the sideline.
Got some good blocks.
He's into the open field.
And he is gone. James McCormick for the touchdown.
That was
Off the
some
kick
play
return.
by special teams.
If the offense can't score, let's just do it on special teams. And we got number 4 Michigan taking down USC.
Hoping a win can move them up in the rankings. And for Michigan,
Okay, I see your Michigan.
The Wolverines pull it off by a deuce. In other games, The Aggies.
And we got my Hogs and DeBrickashaw taking down Texas A&M.
Like a stone. And for
Look at that upset.
They put together 4 straight wins.
DeBrickashaw.
The Razorbacks get the 2 touchdowns.
He's going to try and scramble.
And we got a scrambler.
And he's got room.
No.
I'm telling you, quarterbacks who can run the ball are so hard to stop. You have to scheme around.
And look here, we got Benny Cruz,
coverages out of your defensive play.
the cousin of Bernard Cruz. Some of y'all may remember Bernard Cruz. Good tackle.
And he's taken down behind the line.
All right, so last time he scrambled. Get there.
And he's tackled around the 41-yard line. This crowd is amazing.
And they run it, and they get it.
Gets out to around the 48.
The offensive lineman
Come on.
perfectly.
Up the middle for a nice game. He's at the 30, brought down
Oh,
the 23-yard line. They move the sticks after another first down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're
Gotta
doing
stop
by
the run.
keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
Throws it in a hurry.
Good tackle. They've been spreading us out like they're going to pass it, and then they run it. That's exactly what they do.
They hand it off. He fights forwards about the 19. They're one of the loudest crowds in the
I'm going to make you
country,
pass it this
and they
time.
are on their feet.
Make you pass it this time. And they do.
He's tackled just outside the goal line.
I think the defense that time may have cheated a little bit with the safeties, and I think the offensive line allowed them to recognize the pre-snap blitz.
Damn it.
Touchdown, Northwestern.
All he had to do was take the QB from the other side, but no, he took the halfback.
So much pressure.
And we got number 13, Auburn, with the 7-point lead over at number 19, Texas.
Continue their hot streak.
Okay.
The Tigers come out with some
Now, the issue for the offense so far this season is we don't have an identity. We don't really run it that well, and we don't pass it that well. We got to find something.
Makes it out to about the...
And we do have Chief starting this game instead of Latajay. We're going to see how this works out.
Jackson takes it left.
It's like Chief don't have no acceleration. Okay. So y'all going to play that? All right.
And he's
There we
taken
go.
down right around the 46-yard line.
I got to find a way to get Caden Kraft warmed up in the beginning of a game so he can throw accurate passes. Maybe a screen. Looks like there was a
Dumps
blitz.
it complete to the halfback over the middle.
There we go, Chief.
He's at the 30 to the 20.
There we go,
And they
Chief.
finally knock him out at the 15-yard
Showing a little
line.
acceleration that time. Got to get those legs warmed up. No diddy.
He's scrambling.
Ain't nothing there.
At the corner. Steps out of bounds. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Gets
And,
rid of it
oh
quickly.
my God, bro.
The kick is up, and it splits the uprights. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
Is it time to go to the backup
Going on
QB?
in the top 25. This one's
'Cause
been
we done had 3
entertaining
games of this,
all
bro.
day long. And for Auburn,
3
they're
whole
looking
games.
for their 4th straight win. The Tigers on top by 3.
Front were able to create holes for the running game and help them get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
And he is drilled. Now he's scrambling.
Wide open.
There's a strike complete. He's knocked out.
And missed tackle.
Tackled after a decent run.
Doesn't do any good to hit him in the backfield if we can't tackle. Nope. Get him.
Tackle around the 48-yard line.
There we go.
Throws it deep.
Come on!
Incomplete.
You know, for a safety, this guy has really good hands.
Trey, you supposed to rob them, son.
Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. They hand it off. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
And exciting.
Not necessarily excited
10-7, Bowling Green.
about what's going on the offensive side again.
Bowling Green's loaded, and they've got one of their key players back again this year. Nice run.
There we go.
Fires to his tight end, nothing doing. He's to the 40. Tackle
Good blocks.
right around the 48-yard line.
Oh.
He's under some heat.
Oh, my
Man,
God.
tackled for a loss.
That's a loss of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
I really didn't want to throw that. Well, at least we completed that.
Immediately after. Humphrey will run it again. Tackled after a decent pickup.
What we got here?
Lucky 95.
Scrambling around.
He don't even throw it.
He's
He
under
don't even
pressure.
throw it. And he
He's out of
ain't
bounds
know
right
it.
around the 14-yard line.
You ain't even know it.
Toss.
Trying to look.
Taken down as he works.
Them
the left
boys
for a
hitting
first
out
down.
there.
A nice 7-yard toss play to the halfback.
That'll bring up 2nd.
Hey, hitting.
Touchdown.
There we go, G. Get up in there. Get in there, get in
He's
there.
got a nose for the end zone.
Get in there,
What
get
more
in there.
can you say?
To get back in it.
You
He
missed
tries to buy
me.
some time.
Yeah, I
Slides
missed him.
down. Finds his man. First down. And he hauls it in. And he's tackled at the 48-yard line.
Got it out just in
He's got
time.
space to work. He's at the 30. They'll bring him down
And
to the 26-yard
what is the flag
line.
for?
There's a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
Holding on the offense.
You big dummy.
Damn it, I thought the halfback was going to take it.
He gets hit out of bounds around the 42-yard line.
16 yards. First down.
Come on, defense. Usually you the strength of the team. Right now, we don't have no strength. Switch it all the way up on it. You wasn't expecting that, was you?
Where the defense has to be very frustrated there. They did everything. They got to the quarterback.
Field position. This punt goes over the goal line, and this will be a touchback. And he carries the ball for a nice
Well,
gain.
that ain't gonna work. See, I can get them to play us like this, but can we get a receiver open? They're not coming down. He is now. Can we get a receiver open? That's the thing. And can we actually get the ball to him?
And they get the sack.
Sometimes it's just
No.
a relentless pass rush that results in...
He's scrambling.
That was
Great
almost
job by the
picked.
defense in getting after that quarterback. And right
I don't
now,
know what it is, bro,
Duncan
but the
will be the
offense is
return
just
man.
not it. This is not it,
Punts it
bro.
away. and it's a great kick. Duncan takes it at the 33. Brought down at the 46. And here's a quick throw.
Big that.
Leaps, picked off. And he tackles him hard at the 34.
All right, we got the ball
what
back.
kind of character this football team has.
London Bridges.
They had a chance to get back into this game. Now this big interception.
I don't even really have the confidence to throw the ball downfield right now. I wanted to run a screen there, but he's pressing over there, so can't do that.
Down.
You gotta call a timeout.
So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk. Throws it in a hurry.
Yeah, that was an accurate pass.
Down he goes at the 47-yard line. He scrambled.
There we go to Tajay.
Stop at the 41-yard line. Ball on the 41.
All right, best case scenario we can get in field goal range. I don't really know where that is right now, but we're gonna find out.
Now he's scrambling. Throws it in, first down.
Good thing is he got out of bounds. We didn't have to use a timeout. What I wanted to do here was maybe take a shot, but I don't think we'll be able to. Unless Desmond Gray can take this safety out, maybe. I don't see that happening, though.
Oh, shit.
And we're going to get sacked.
I think that one's on the offensive line.
They don't think my kicker can make a 53-yard field goal. What did I try to kick from last time? We do have the win. Well, there's a 51-yarder last time he tried to kick, and he missed it. Well, we got full power that time. Oh, he made it. Okay. We can make a 53-yarder with the win. Well, a 3-mile-per-hour win, if I can get it out.
And make a few plays. There's no reason they can't.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing crazy.
We played a half of football. The Falcons lead 20-7.
Well, we got 20 at halftime. And we only been scoring 27 a game, so I guess that's good.
Glad to have you with us on the
EA
Sports
I ain't gonna say it's good.
Football 14
this is better.
Show presented by Nissan. Innovation
Still not good, but it's better.
David Pollock and I here in the studio to break down everything.
I feel like Caden was starting to
this lead at halftime is not
throw some accurate passes there at the end of the half. I guess he heard me talking about him have to make a change, and he figured it was him.
Played with a lot of energy and a lot of
and
emotion.
if he assumed that, he was right.
About it, David. The coaching staff seemed to be a half
but don't
step
think you're
behind.
safe.
The other guy was ahead of them. They knew their tendencies.
Don't think you're safe.
You expect to see them break some of those tendencies?
Sometimes you have to. I mean, sometimes you come out and obviously you put your game on tape. Coaches know what you're going to come out and
only 72 yards passing, 97 rushing.
They don't like to push the ball down.
Not wowing anybody with anything we're doing right now.
Take away what they do best, and you could tell the first half they weren't ready.
Northwestern really isn't doing
it's your job
anything special.
Come in, put a plan together. Be more aggressive.
So I guess that's nice.
Now, you can't afford to be cautious.
Our defense has been good all year so far.
Looking forward to seeing this.
So I guess we're going to lean on it a little more. Try not to turn the ball over.
For victory. Some teams need.
Let's see if this defense continues to work. I mean, if they're going to run it, it ain't going to work.
He's taken down around the 36-yard line.
But are they going to run it every time? No. Come here.
On a drill, but he can't shake the defense.
You better off running it, sir. And that ain't gonna work.
The 23.
That ain't gonna work. Had to hit him 3 times. Got him.
Pressure and he fumbles the football.
My God.
Tackled around the 14-yard line.
With the strip sack. What you know about that? What you know about that? I done switched the defense up on them. They used to see me 3-5. And I ain't running it right now.
Takes it to the 45. He makes it out to maybe the 32. Nice run. And he's
Okay, Latajay is averaging 5.7 yards per carry. So maybe we need to just give him the ball more. That'll be the smart thing to do.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
Good run.
Made the 13.
Are you going to play that far off? They haven't been doing it when I tried to run this screen.
Receivers got it on the screen.
Can he get that? Yes, he can. Catch a Freeman touchdown. There we go. Hit that thing, Falcon.
For the passing game.
Freddie Falcon.
Absolutely the right call in that situation.
Freeman said he gonna catch you later. All right, we're gonna stay in that same defense.
Get the ball back and put more points on.
It's working, and we ain't gonna switch it up.
4 yards there. He's to the 40. Tackle.
Okay. There's the option.
Bitch.
And he got ran over.
He's pushed out of bounds. And he's stopped behind.
Try to go with a QB draw. Holy! Come here!
Can't get away from the pressure.
And that's my boy Cody. I think that's Cody.
Tackle made at the 20-yard line.
We coming for you, nigga.
And sack.
At the 13.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
And he dropped it.
Incomplete. 4th down.
Why did you
Coming.
foul?
They go 3 and out.
This is the kind of solid,
4th and
consistent
inches, we
play
going
you
for
look
it.
for in your defense. Let's see if the offense can follow it up.
Gonna come out on that goal line.
I got to tell you, I'm really surprised that they aren't going to just
Okay.
punt this ball away.
There he goes. He's to the 40. He's at midfield.
Got him.
They'll bring him down at the 41.
Got him. See if we can trap this goal line defense on the field. Going on a little hurry up. They switched it
Now
up.
he tries to buy some time under heavy pressure. He's
Actually
got the
covered
corner.
that pretty
Steps
good.
out of bounds. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. The 10. And he's
Let's go,
tackled
Chief.
Just outside the goal line.
That's what I like to see, Chief. Why you can't do that at the beginning of the game? To the left, to the
They get on
left.
the board again.
Run that HP stretch to the left. They can't stop it. Nobody
It takes a lot of
can.
strength to
Latasha
run
is
when
in
you're
the
heading into a
end
massive
zone
foul.
again.
Quick throw out to the receiver.
On a run here. Even though the QB is back there. He gonna try to run.
And they got him with a blitz.
Yeah, that time the pressure came from the safety position. Nobody picked him up, but he
We
came
gonna
up with a
get him
big-time
again.
play.
He's in trouble. He's going to try
Get
and
him.
scramble. Well, the defense stood tall there.
Well, defense
Good
did what
enough.
they had to do to get 3 and out, and now
Humphrey takes it at the 32, heading for the
Uh-oh.
corner.
That dude is fast. Oh my
They push him
God.
out.
Right around the 28-yard line.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
And that's the end of the third quarter. And we are up
Barring a miracle
30-47.
in the 4th quarter. This one's academic.
We
The
scored
Falcons lead
7 more
34-7.
points than we average on the season. That's improvement.
Gains his way
Another
to the
good
13.
run. Is that a
And they
touchdown?
make the
No.
stop around the
Well, Latajah, you picked a bad time to get hurt, my boy.
This defense not wanting to give
because we about to go to the left, Run that HB stretch to the left.
Very good all-around effort.
Come here.
He can't get away from the pressure.
Turn up the heat.
We talked all week with these coaches, and even when we met with
Aiden
them
Hutchinson
yesterday
Jr.
out of practice, they told us there were some big concerns about this.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. He's out to the 30.
Damn screen.
Right around the 36-yard line.
I was on the opposite side.
Throws complete, and he's hit right away. He's scrambling. And he's taken down.
Try to get away.
Around the 45-yard line.
No, sir.
He's tackled short.
This is the kind of play you want to see if you're a defensive player.
The
Because not
London
only
Bridge
it a
is
negative
falling
play,
down.
But this can really impact.
And down he goes at the 25-yard line. The
All right.
Falcons came out from the opening kick, and they just imposed
Let's get
their
back to
will
it,
on the
offense.
Just a complete effort. Say about this performance.
And he's tackled after positive yardage. Takes the toss left. Runs
First down.
outside for a nice gain. He's tackled at the 47. He scrambled. They bring him down. And it seemed like they had no problem getting to the quarterback.
I had a man open, but
Great call by the defensive coordinator to call the blitz.
my eyes
Let
dropped
the
down to the
defensive
line.
lineman free
And as
to
you
get
can
to the
see, we
quarterback.
got a man running directly at the QB.
And he is drilled at the 41-yard line.
And he dropped it, and he's probably going to be short anyway. Might as well go for it. We're not in field goal range.
Black and 5. Black 85.
And I don't really want to punt it here. He's clearing out.
He's on the run.
Here we go.
Makes the catch and gets out of bounds. Oh, and he had some steam on that throw.
And there's Sean
He has
Morgan
some
with the touchdown.
Bowling Green. The wide receiver flew down the field on that touchdown connection.
We got to get these screens going, man. If we can't throw the ball down the field, we got to get the screen passes to go. We got to get something on the passing side. And we got Michigan State and Oregon going at it. Caleb Moore the second.
On the ground, and they find pay dirt.
Trying to avoid injuries. Toss left side. Nice run there as they work the out.
Question is, are they going to settle for running the ball down by this much? Looks like they might. And he got it.
And he's got his man. He gets hit. Quick throw. And he tackles him hard. He fights forward to about the 49. Tackle made at the 47-yard line. And that just might do it. Intercepted. Here he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 20.
Be a pick
He
six.
scores. What a play. Well, another score here.
I think
late
that's
in the
Slim
fourth quarter,
Rams.
but all it does is add to the blowout. This one's over.
Catching the pick and taking it for 6.
Makes it out to about the 39.
Let's see if they're going to pass it this time. Yes, they will.
And he can't get away from the pressure.
You finna get hurt, Merk. Put him in the dirt. You know we're going to catch you first.
Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab.
Now they're going to run it.
Well, a nice stop there late in the fourth quarter, but this game, quite frankly,
Anyway,
has been over for a long time, and I'm ready
We
for
dropped
a
a double nickel on him.
Just a
55
total lack
piece
of
nugget.
competition today. Bowling Green.
At least we can feed somebody today.
7.
Chief gets the offensive player of the game, or the player of the game. Not just the offensive player of the game, the player of the game. Even though Latajay had more yards than him. Anyway, James McCormick started off right. With the kick 6. Then we got a little screen going to Catcher Freeman. He was able to make a guy miss and get in the end zone. Had another screen, this time to the other side, to Sean Morgan. And there's nobody around him. And then we got Slim Rams with the pick 6. Outrunning them big boys on the sideline. Yes, sir. I feel better about this one. Now, I know I said I feel better about this one because I do, but at the same time, we can acknowledge that there's still room for improvement, especially on the passing side, bro. We gotta be able to pass the ball consistently. 11 of 16 is not terrible. 144 yards is not going to beat some of these top tier teams. Not to say that Northwestern was just a pushover and they were terrible, because they were not. I mean, we did beat them 55-7, but I feel like that was largely due to our defense being so good. It wasn't necessarily our offense that was just overpowering them. On the ground, we did get over 200 yards rushing, which is nice. Latajay had 133 and a TD on 15 carries. Chief had 82 on 9 carries and 2 TDs. I guess they gave him the player of the game because he had 2 TDs and Latajay had 1. I don't know. On the receiving side, Desmond Gray led the way with 54 yards on 5 receptions. Didn't have a whole lot of passing yards, so of course we're not going to have a whole lot of receiving yards. Sean Morgan was second with 34 yards and 3 catches and a TD. And of course, we talked about Catcher Freeman, the 1 screen pass going for a TD. Like, Catcher Freeman is a 1,000-yard receiver, bro, and he has 1 catch and 13 yards. Gotta do better. On the defensive side, Freddie Jackson Jr. led the way with 11 solo tackles. That man was tackling. Aiden Hutchinson Jr. up to his normal ways. 7 solo tackles, 6 TFLs, 4 sacks. Trey Robinson and Stanley Oliver both had 4 solo tackles. Trey had 1 TFL. Stanley had 2 TFLs. Max Rams also had 2 TFLs and 4 tackles. London Bridges had the pick and a TFL. Yes, and his name is Cody. I was getting it right. Cody Pennington had 2 TFLs and 2 sacks. What else we got? Mike Hunt only had 1 sack, but he was getting a lot of pressure on the QB. And Slim Rams had the 1 pick, and he returned it for 6. And in the games around the country, we got number 18 West Virginia taking down Colorado 28-24. We got North Texas taking down Tulane 41-27. Oregon gets the close victory over Michigan State. Caleb Moore clutching it out in the 4th quarter. Pittsburgh gets the win over North Carolina State, or NC State for short, 42-35. We got Arizona taking down Baylor 34-24, and we got Minnesota getting the win over Missouri 28-21. What I can say is that we were consistent in the first half. 10 points in the first, 10 in the second. Defense locked down for 3/4 of the game, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and we closed it out in the 4th, or we closed it out in the second half, basically, because it was still kind of a game, 20-7 at halftime. But we all know once it gets to halftime and we get into the second half of the game, we can turn it up a little bit, and that's exactly what we did. We had 18 first downs to their 13, 243 rushing yards to their 99, 144 passing yards to their 112, 0 turnovers. They had 2 picks, 1 was a pick 6, and we win the time of possession 16-38 to 15-22. Not much of a difference there, but when you combine all 5 of these categories and we win all of them, there's a good chance we're gonna win the football game. Offensive player of the game goes to Chief Jackson. Of course, he was the player of the game. And the defensive player of the game goes to Aiden Hutchinson Jr. with those 7 tackles, 6 TFLs, 4 sacks. And for the recruiting side of things, we do have some good news. But before we get to that good news, we still have good news up here. We're leading on the board of Ted Tickles. We're leading on Reggie Cash. We're leading on Elijah Griffin. We're in second on Derek Hawkins. And we have a visit coming up in week 10. Logistic Sherman, we're leading on his board now. We're leading on Xavier Reeves' board. And that's pretty much it for all the custom recruits. We do have a lot of offensive linemen on the board because we need offensive linemen, and we are leading on a lot of these guys, which is nice. Now, for the good news I was talking about, besides the other good news, the really good news, we got another middle linebacker from the Rams family. We got Mac Rams coming over to BGSU. This is like anytime there's a guy out there with the last name Rams, he's coming to BGSU. We got Slim Rams on the team. We got Mac Rams coming. We had Eric Rams, and we got a Ram starting at middle linebacker right now. So that's great. And we also got the free safety Speedy Sherman to commit to the team after the visit as well. So that's nice to see. We are gearing up on the defensive side of the ball. And for the top 25, we are the #1 team on the board right now. We moved back to #1 after the bye week. We had a bye week before this episode here, between the two episodes, the last episode and this one. And we're back to #1 now. BYU is #2. UCLA is 3. Michigan is 4. Washington is 5. Ohio State is sitting at #6. Got Alabama at 7. North Carolina at 8, Notre Dame at 9, and Texas A&M took an L to Arkansas, which is unfortunate for Texas A&M. Now, they are not out of the playoff picture by any means. One loss is not going to put you out of it since we're doing 18 playoffs now, so they still got a chance. Air Force, they took an L, but they're sitting at number 11, and they're moving back up now. Arkansas moves from 17 to 12, and they're 4-0. I feel like Arkansas could make a case for being in the top 8, maybe even the top 7. Undefeated, just beat one of the top teams in the country. Yeah, you're making a very good case for that. Anyway, we got LSU losing and dropping from 8 to 14. Of course, we just beat the brakes off of Northwestern. Anything else? Auburn takes an L and they drop from 13 to 18. We got Florida at 3-2. Don't we have a quarterback down there? Yeah, Falcons down there. Falcon has looked actually pretty decent so far through 5 games. Well, it has been 5 games. 721 passing yards, 9 TDs to only 1 pick. I'd say that's pretty good. And we got Mississippi State as a new team in. Anybody else new in? Rutgers is a new team in. Syracuse drops from 16 to 23 after they lose. And that'll pretty much round it up. And for the conference standings, Michigan is sitting on top right now at 2-0 in the conference. Ohio State is number 2 at 1-0 in the conference. And we are number 3 at 2-0 in the conference, 1-0 in our division. And we got Washington leading on the Big Ten West side at 1-0. Actually, they are the only team that's undefeated over the, well, no, they're not, because there's 2 teams that haven't played a game in the Big Ten. For the teams that have played a game in the Big Ten on the west side, Washington is the only undefeated team over there. And for the Heisman watch, we got Keith Thomas sitting on top. I figured Caden Crowell wasn't going to last too long with the performances he's been putting up in the first 4 games of the season. Aiden Hutchinson Jr. is trending up, though. Can he stay up there? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. Usually a defensive player doesn't have as much room for error as an offensive player. But we do have DeBrickashaw St. Juice trending upward at number 3 after his performance in the upset win over Texas A&M. And we got Tiger Beverly from the Ohio State. And we got Corey Whitworth from Notre Dame. And Aiden Hutchinson Jr. earns himself the Defensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten. And Caleb Moore earns himself the Offensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten. And don't mind the missing numbers and letters on here. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're gonna have to figure it out. And if you made it to this part of the episode, you already know how I go on this show. It's the outro.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
That was one hell of a way to bounce back after scoring 14 points against USC. Came out here and dropped 55 on the number 10 team, which is number 15 now, in the country, in Northwestern, and we get a dub. And we hold them to 7, which is also nice. Maybe this is a wake-up call for the team. Maybe we'll get some confidence from this game and take it on through the rest of the season. We do have quite a few teams here that are under 500. Wisconsin, Penn State, Indiana, and Purdue all back-to-back, but 3 of those 4 games are on the road. So it can get tough. It can get tough. And then we have Ohio State at home, but we don't look too far ahead on the schedule. We just need to focus on the game that's ahead of us, and that will be the game against Wisconsin. And if we do exactly what we did in this game versus Northwestern, I believe we'll come out on top in this game. Hopefully we'll find us a passing game somewhere. Maybe I need to do a little bit more moving around as far as the receiving core and see if that'll help out. We also need the O-line to perform a little better. When we get blitz, we have a hard time of picking up on the blitz, or at least, you know what I'm saying, get in the way of it a little bit. We cannot have guys running free right towards the quarterback because Caden Kraft is not a scrambler. He can't run away from nobody. We just need to do better overall on the offensive side. The run game is starting to come around a little bit, which is nice. But like I said before, we got to be able to pass the ball at some point, because if a team comes in and decides they want to stop the run and we can't pass, it's going to be a problem. And as you can see, scoring 14 points is not going to beat a whole lot of teams. But enough with all the rambling. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to stay notified, if you want YouTube to send these notifications right to your device, your phone, your computer, or whatever, make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you want to talk to your boy, just slide in the comment section. I always comment or try to reply to all the comments. And if you're doing all those great things for me, you can get on the shout out list. And speaking of the shout out list, I got it right over here. Shout out to Michelle Jackson, Product Visuals, Eric Rams, Matt Aarons, Warmaster777, Thomas Bays, Dare, Deontay Patterson, JK YouTube, Arsenio Patillo, Aaron Meyer, Crafty, Corn D, Dirty Creek Sports, Aaron Kaufman, the #1 Mega General, Sean Griggs, HBFLG Blanco, Wheelchair Man 2, Sean Malden, LaRon Danny, and Tyler Davis. And like I said in every episode, I appreciate all you guys and gals for doing the things that you do, helping this channel get to where it is, because without you, I would not be where I am. And I appreciate you. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. I am your HC. This is BG Season 11. Hopefully the team is coming on around now. Hopefully. But until next time, I'm out.